Hello everyone. So you might have gone through my previous session. Here is the next session. In last session, we were talking about data type, primitive and non-primitive, right? So today we'll continue talking about same, string data type, string objects, string literals. I had shown you some program in my previous session, right? I had shown you some program in previous session here with equals and equal method. So today we'll continue from there. So let me share my screen. See, since I have, since I'm applying for job and I have so much of time, I want to use this time in a better way rather, sitting idle at home or watching some series. I'm creating this video because of some students, they requested me. So this will help everyone as well as I'm utilizing my time in a better way. Kindly watch this video, spend some time, watch this video, you might get benefit out of it. Unless I find my job, I'll keep creating some videos on technology and programming language and some tools which I have used in my past life, and today also still in some company they are using that. I will keep uploading all these videos. You all can keep watching. Once I find a job, maybe not regularly, maybe in interval time, weekly, I will upload one video or monthly, maybe a few videos. So just keep watching. I'm sharing my screen here. We'll start from there. So see, I'm just writing some program. Name name A, okay. Name B, name C. Like this I can give, right? I can write name A, name AB, name BP, right? So these are the variables. So let's create these variables, right? So I'll see this program. You might have seen this just some time back. I created this name, this one. So what we will do, I will show you what all these, and I will tell you something. Just watch this. I'm just changing the variable name. I'm just changing the variable name, accordingly. So see, here I've created a variable string literal name A, Satya, and I created string literal name AB, Satya. And here another string object name BB, new string, right? So two ways of creating string. I am showing you here, right? Two ways of creating string. One is using new operator, the other is without using new operator. So when you use new operator, you will be what? When you use new operator, you will be using or the object will be getting created on heap memory. As I said in one of my previous session, the same thing here I'm trying to tell you. So when you use new operator, your object will get created in heap. And when you just assign like this a string value to a string variable, so this object will not get created in heap. It will get created in string pool. There is a Java allocate a memory for string pool, right? So in that string pool, this memory will get created. This memory will or this value will get stored in that string pool, and the memory reference of that value will be assigned to this string variable, right? So see, hashcode is one method by using which you can see the not exactly memory reference, but you'll be able to see the identifier of memory reference, right? Similarly, using system.identity hashcode, also you can see the memory identifier, right? So what I will do, I will show you one with system.identity this thing, and the other with like this. So see, there is no one in this session. It is just recording for you all. I'm not teaching anyone in this session. It is just recording because I'm sitting idle at home and watching Amazon Prime. How long I can watch Amazon Prime? I'll get bored, right? And how long I will apply job? I've applied jobs in many company. Every day I'm applying. Whatever job I'm getting, senior engineering manager, I'm applying wherever I see, right? So lots of job I applied. I'm sitting idle. That's why I'm creating all these videos. Just watch and enjoy. If you want to have a live interaction, you are always invited. Just message me or comment me on on the comment section. I'll send you the live link meeting. We can always have live discussion on programming language. You can choose your programming language like Java. You want to discuss with me, we can discuss about algorithm or data structure. We can discuss about Amazon web service and different components or serverless components. We can discuss about leadership attributes. We can discuss about project management. We can discuss about process framework. If you want to learn more in technology and these things are happening in the corporate world, how a project is developed and delivered, always ping me. We can always have a live telecast. We can always have one-to-one session and discuss, or you can have also one-to-many session. If you are interested, if the learners those are learning from this video interested, always share me the link. And no worries, I'm not a trainer, so I will not train you. I will not coach you. I will not charge you. It's just for knowledge sharing. We can always join the session and discuss. I'm always interested, to have discussion on technology. You bring a technology, give me the name, which technology you want to discuss, and after that we can discuss on that technology. So let's continue here, right? So here I've created a value name a Satya. It's a string literal. This Satya, right? And I'm assigning the string literal or string value to the name A. The same value I'm assigning to name AB. Why I'm assigning, I will tell you. Because the last time also I said to you, I'm just repeating the same thing here so that your mind will get refreshed. Name AB, same string literal. Name AB, same string literal. Satya, right? So what I'm doing, I'm trying to create here what? Anyone? Since no one is in session, no one will tell, right? So sometime I pretend it. When you pretend it, you will feel okay, people are there, and you will feel happy talking about this uh, coding. So let's proceed further. Name A, name BB, right? So what I'm doing, I'm checking name A and name BB. Both. One is what? Name BB is new string, and name A what? It is created using or assigned using string value, string data, right? And here name AB is same, right? So see what I'm doing, name A and name BB. And then here I'm doing name A equals to name BB, right? Name A equals to name AB. Both the places I'm checking this, the only difference is one is using equal to sign and the other is using equals method. Let me run it. And you are seeing here I'm creating identity hashcode and hashcode. Say main dot hashcode, the class variable dot hashcode. If you print, it will show you the memory identifier. By memory identifier, also you can see by writing system dot identity hashcode. Right? These are the two way to see the memory identifier. So let me run it. See name A 834600351. Right? Name AB. This is it. Right? This is name BB. Right? Name AB. AB. This is hashcode we're printing, right? So see, when we use this identity hashcode, you are seeing name A value here is this one. When you are using name AB, BB, this you are seeing this. You are seeing this. So what I will do, I have shown you the memory identifier. We will do a little change. You will see some different value with hashcode and some different value with this thing, right? Name A, what I will do, sys hash, system hash identifier, right? And then what we will do after that, we will print loss hashcode, right? These both are memory identifier, name dot hash, right? The same thing I'll print for all of them. Maybe, maybe, right here. Maybe I'll tell you what is hashcode and why this is needed. This session will go long. We will, after this string, this whatever I'm showing you, manipulation of string equals. After this, I will talk about equals method, hashcode method, toString method, and the agreement between equals and hashcode method. We'll talk about all this now. I don't know how much I'll be able to complete today, but we'll talk about this. So I'm running it again, just for your. See, when I'm saying system hashcode, you see the system hashcode for this name AA and name AB is same, and for this one it is different. So let me do a little bit different here because what I did, I here I need to change, right? B, here I need to change BB. That is what I missed it, and let me give one space so that it will be able to differentiate, right? So see, name A, name AB, name BB, right? Name A hash code is 51. This is also 51, right? If you see 834600351, both name A and name AB same because they got created in string pool, right? So in string literal pool or string pool memory, what is that? It is a separate memory in Java memory management where all string literals get created and they are stored there throughout the object lifecycle. है ना? So now, if you are creating your another string, or if you are assigning a string value to another string, and that string, if it matches, it goes and search in that string pool if that value is already created earlier. If that value is already created earlier, then what it will do? It will just take the memory reference of that value and assign it to the object or the class variable. That's the reason these line number 17 and 18, name AA and name AB, both are same. 834600351, 834600351. And that's the reason what happens. First case, if you see no match, right? What we are doing, name AA, name BB. Name BB, what is done? We are creating it using new operator. So whatever object we create using new operator, all this object get created in heap memory, right? So that is the reason heap memory has a different reference value. So that is the reason here the reference value is different, right? Here the reference value is different. But if you see hash code for them, the identifier, all of them are same, right? So why all of them are same? Because there is an agreement. We'll talk about that. Java has some conditions for which value the hash code should be same. We'll talk about that, right? So see, name AA and name BB, name AA equal to name BB. What is it? It will give you no match because it is created using new operator, right? Now if I put here name AB, name AB, I will put it here. Let's see what it does. See, match. Name AA and name AB is match. Why? The reason behind that, both of them are pointing to the same reference variable. It doesn't matter what value is there. So what happen if number of variable refer to same reference variable, no doubt that same reference variable will have the value. Is that value will be same for all these variables, right? So that is the reason it is match. Even we are using equal to operator and trying to check with string literals, right? So it is always best when you are checking for string, go with equals. Go with equals method. The reason behind that, either it is an object or it is created using string literals or assigning a string value to string. Equals method will always check the value content in that particular reference variable. So always it will be true, right? So here see, it is name A and name AB, right? Name A and name AB. True. Now I will make it name BB, right? I'll make it name BB. See, name AA and AB both are having the same reference variable. Even if both of them will be true in both the cases, right? Now if I do name AA and name BB, so name BB, the equals method should give us true, but the equal to operator should give us false, right? Because they both will have different reference variable. One is created using new operator, the other is taken the approach of string literal, that is assigning a string value to a string variable. See, no match, right? Name A, name B, because see here identifier, here memory identifier, right? Both are different. So this is how, right? This is how it is, uh, things are working. This is how the equals and equal, right? This is how you need to check for string. Before going to this, I will give you some more example of string um, method, right? Or string object or string utilities. Before going to equals hashcode method, so to string method, I will show you some more program on string utility. See, this string, right? Name A B, name A. I want to append my name to, I want to append something here to create a full name of my name, right? So what I will do, name A dot append. So some method will be the dot character code point concatenate. Yes, it is concatenate, it's not append, right? It's been a long time for me. So what I will do, I'll make NANDA space SAH, right? Now I will I will do it above so that we will see the reference variable. What is where it is referring, right? So it like that you used to like that you try doing playing with string. You will feel very so much interesting if you are a new programmer or beginner. You will see how Java is working, how Java is behaving, right? So see, I did this. Now I will print it here. A, right? And I'll take it here above it so that the memory reference also will be able to see run as. See what happened here. Name A is referring to this. Name AB referring to this. Name BB referring to this. It is only printing Satya. See name A. What it did? What it did? It only printed Satya. So you have to careful when you are using the string operations, right? With string literals, you always need to be careful Now what I will do, I'll let string. Always what it does, string dot concatenate, it will take Satya, it will append Nanda Sahu to it, it will make Satyananda Sahu, but it will not store a host. It will not assign that to anywhere because we have not assigned. What will happen? It will create and it will stay in string pool, or it will get lost somewhere in the string pool. Nowhere it will be assigned. It's like a dead object or dead value floating somewhere in the string pool. Once string pool memory is full, garbage collector will clean it since it has no reference, right? So I'll create your name C, C, right? Name CC. Right. C. So now here I'll put one more SYS for name CC to show you that how the memory references from the string pool works, right? See what happened here. Now I'll tell you what happened here. See, name A, name AB, name BB, name CC. You see about name CC. It is having another memory reference in string pool because name CC is holding what? The variable called Satyananda Sahu. Right? Yes or no? I'm printing it name CC, right? In line number 30, you see, it is how it did appended, it did concatenation, and then this happened, right? This Satyananda Sahu came into picture. So now tell me one thing. Now you have to tell me one thing. What is that? If I create using new operator, do I need to use dot concatenate in same way? Yes, definitely. If you create using new operator, you have to use it using the same way. I'll show you the example here. I'll put the name baby here, right? Name baby, and I will take this out. Name baby you did. I'll print in here name baby, right? I'll take it out. This CC from here. I will not assign. Let's check it. Some compilation error is there. Where what it happened? Okay, name CC. I have taken it out, right? So that line should be connected. See, only Satya, right? Either it is new operator or it is string letter. When you do concatenation, you have to use the same approach, right? They are not only for concatenation. There are few other, string operation where we need to go with that approach, and that will, what that will do. That will help you to keep the variable, store the variable in the place, right? Yes. So now name CC, right? I'm assigning to name CC, so I will print here name CC, right? So that append after append it comes. See, there is also a append method to append string, but that is not available for string object. There is something called string builder. We will discuss that, during this string session. All this will come into picture. We will discuss about string builder, about string buffer, about string, right? Slowly we'll discuss about all this. So you all might have got the idea of string pool, right? And what happens in string pool and what happens in heap memory, and how which all object gets stored in heap memory for string and which all object gets stored in string pool for string, right? You might have got this idea, right? So this is how it happens. This is how it happens. Identity has code. I will show you some more method and then we'll stop this. See, all these videos, whatever I'm doing here, it is purely based on my interest. You know, no one asked me to do it. Possible, it's basically my interest. Few people asked me last year, and after a long time, I'm doing it. I think they might have, you know, passed their exam or passed through that course, Java course. They have already completed their Java course, but still I was sitting silent idle. So I thought, let me utilize my time in a better way. Right? So I started doing it. Uh, Last year when I was no job, I met few engineering students and few college students. They asked me. That's how it is. Name bb dot split. Right. So there is a method called split. You can split your string. You can split your string. Right. Let's see this. I'm just writing double quote. This string, what we have in MB, we have in M, what we have in MB. NMB, what we have, let's see, we have Satya, right? Name BB, we have Satya. So it will split this string since I have given like this, double quote. So it will split to all the characters into a character, into a what it will split. See, sometimes might get confused what it will split. So like this, you put your mouse here, you'll get the help from this editor, right? You can easily understand what it is saying. Split the string around matches of the given so regular expression. This method works as if invoking two arguments, split method with the given expression and a limit argument of zero. Trailing empty strings are therefore not included in the resulting array to the string who and who. For example, right? The following results this expression. Regular as you give this, it will give like this who and who, right? So this how it gets split. Now I'm just given like this. So let's see how it split for you all, right? For loop, I have not told you. I will tell you about for loop, while loop, do loop after showing this in this session, and then we'll proceed further. Right? This is how we should go. Getting this for loop, duplicate local variable. Somewhere I might have declared I. Yes. So let me declare here something J. Right? And what I will do, I'll print this. That's why yes. And first index J. You J index variable. Name CC. Right? Name CC. It won't work in this way, right? I have not explained you array. But see it. When I explain array, you will understand it. I'll put here J. This is how I do. This is how not I. This is how the program does. Our program works, right? So let's print now. What it is showing? Where it went? name a b b. We are printing here, right? J index string men. Where is men is getting printed? Okay, so it is basically not showing, right? It is not showing because it is not. It has not printed anything, right? So let me give one space here. What it will print? See, nothing, right? It has not printed anything. So what I will do, I will. Where is that name bb, right? We are splitting name bb to name cc, right? So name bb. What I will do, I will write my full name. Satyananda. Sahu. See what happened? Nothing is printing. Why it is not printing? You know, is something wrong? It is going. So to debug that, what you can do, you can use debug mode. I have already explained earlier. You can go with this approach also, right? SOP, write here something and see what is name CC. Are you getting something or not? Yes, you're getting a string object, but why it is not printing? Name CC. This is we're using dot length. So what you do, write length CC dot length. Print the length of the array. Right? What you are getting here. So length of the array is 2. That is 0 and 1. Right? So it should print 0 and 1. That means it should print. But see what I am doing, I did a mistake here. I am doing I plus plus. And this is 0. That is another mistake I did. See, so this kind of silly mistake happens when we are not carefully looking into our program. So whenever you're writing program, be careful. This silly mistake will not happen. Now it is showing 2. Now here I did name CC, here I did less than I, right? Here it should be J. See, now if someone is watching me, they would have told me, right? No one is watching. They would have told me, Satya, see, you have missed their I. So it's me who I am recording and who I am also trying to explain how silly error happens in program. When I was a fresher, I had similar kind of silly error. So when this silly error happens now, you're not closely looking, your mind will go here and there. See, zero index is Satyanand and one index is Sahu. Right? See what will happen now if I close this. What will happen? I'm not giving any space. Okay. See what happened. It splitted zero index S. It splitted all the words. It splitted all the words. And it gave me 14 indexes with a full my name and also with a space. You can see that, right? That is what I was doing initially to get Satya. So I did a mistake, so it didn't came. Right? See, 0 to 4 index, right? Now let's do something. Let's remove this. Let's do this like this. 1 colon 2 colon 3 sorry 2 colon 3 colon 4 colon 5 colon 6 colon 7 colon sorry twice again 6 and 7 colon 8 colon 9, right? Colon not colon. Let's start from 0, right? Count starts from 0. So this if I give like this, what will happen here? So there is something called regex, regular expression. Okay. So you have to give your regular expression inside this split. Now I am saying split it by this colon, right? See what will happen. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Not 10, matlab till 9. It has came. So this is how this split works. So let go for the one more method. This will be the last. This will be the last string utility. You can go and experiment like this. All this method. Name bb dot and if you face anything, you can ask me. See, there is something called strip telling now. Substring. There is something called substring. I'll use that. Huh? Substring. There is something called substring. Substring has two methods. One is only start index. One is has start and end index. Correct. So what I will do, I'll this name baby. This one I will make it like star star. I'll tell Satya star star. So what I'm doing here, semicolon right first. See, if I give only substring this, what happens? And then two index. I will show you both of them and start index with end index. And we will end this string here. See, this substring, I'll give start index 0. So always index start with 0, right? 0, 1, 2. So let's see what it print. Here, to identify that it is printing, we're getting this value here. Let me print this, not star, because already I've printed star there, right? See, it only printed star, Satya, that front two star is removed, right? And then it went this. So now here I will give start index and end index. What is end index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will say 6. End index is 6. See, okay. So I did 6, so it went till 5. So I have to give one more, that is. So what happened now? Dollar, 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 Satya. So it trimmed the end part and front part. So basically, it brought me the starting index to the end index, whatever I've given it, it brought me that value and printed it here, right? So that's how it is. So this is how your string. We'll talk about string builder, string buffer, and we'll also talk about hashcode to string. So before going to string builder and string buffer, we'll talk about hashcode equals string. Before that, I will talk about for, do while, and while. Since a for loop came into picture, so let me explain that. That won't take much time, right? I create one last one more class for this loop. You know, or yeah, loop. I'll just get loop, right? Because it will get confused there. See, this for loop has different variations. Do while and while has only one variation. So always you can go with for loop, while and do while loop, right? You know this programming language Java, I started in 2003 or 4, and now it is 2025. Very beyond when I started Java, one was going on when I started coding, and then with Java language. But when I actually started coding in my school days with basic programming language, that is very long back, 94, 95 times. Right? So see, if you know one programming language, you'll be always able to learn and talk about other programming language very easily. So here, first I'll start with while. Right? What is while loop and how it works? Then we'll go with do and while, right? And then we'll go with for, then we'll go with for int I equal to 0, int I equal to 0, I less than equal to or less than, let's say 100, I plus plus. I'm getting a phone call. I will just put it on DND and then we continue. So let me continue because see, I have a principles or ethics. If I am in a meeting or any call or anywhere, I complete that, finish that, then I go for the phone call. I attend the phone call until unless it is that emergency, right? So now, even if my family member they call, I'll finish the session and I will take this. That practice I had from the very early days of my engineering time, and I'm following that. I'll follow that continuously till in future also I follow that. I also tell you people if you're in something you follow that. See in this session, no one is there. I can attend this phone call. No one is there, no one is there in this session and no one is watching me and no one, learning from me live. But still then, principle is principle. I started this session thinking that I'm going to deliver a session now and I'm delivering it accordingly. Okay, so here I'll take int j equal to 0, right? Here I will say j less than 10. Okay, here I'll print sys. Here I'll print j, right? So what I'm trying to print here the same value of j. I will go for the here do I here I will do again in top I will make j equal to 0. Huh? Here I will do same thing j less than 10. Right? Here I will print j plus this. Right? That's why so here I will print something right. Here I will print I. Or here also I can go with j. Let's go with j, right? With the same length, right? We see the difference how it happens. So here I'll put this plus. Same thing I'll print in same fashion. So see while loop, first zero, and then I'm checking the condition. Let me first run it. You see it, observe it, and then we'll discuss. Oh, it is going everywhere like this, like this, like this. Okay, I did something good up. So let me break this line here. So yes, system.println one space. That's all. It will break the line here. It will go to the second line. It will break another line here, right? It went infinite loop, right? So the condition is wrong or something like that went up. Okay. See what happened in fast loop and fast loop nothing is printed. In fast loop it has not printed nothing. In second loop it has printed only 0. In third loop it printed all the thing. In fast loop is 0 is greater than 10. False. So it didn't go inside. 0 is not greater than 10. So it didn't go inside and it printed what? Only 0. Only what? Nothing. Because it didn't go inside the loop. But in case of do while, what happened? In case of do while, in case of do while, what happened? In case of do while, it is j. J is greater than 10. But in case of condition checking is happening after the execution of the statement here. So that's how it is happening. So that's how it is. It is printing this statement. You got it? So this is how it works, right? Intentionally, I made j is greater than 0, 0, 10. 0 is greater than, I made intentionally 0 and I put a condition checking j greater than 10. J is greater than 10. What? J is greater than 10. No, it will be never 10. So it didn't go inside while loop. But in case of do while, it will execute at least once. Even if the condition is satisfied or not satisfied, it will execute at least once in case of do statement, do while statement. But in case of while statement, it will not go inside the loop. So now I will make it less than. The condition was right earlier. What I did, I have not included, I have not done any increment of the j plus plus. So j will be always 0 and the value always will be less than 10. It won't print or the loop won't end, right? It went for infinite loop. Here also we have to do j plus plus. So now you see how it will print. Correct? So it printed 10 values 0 to 10. Here it went first time, only one time it printed because I have not changed the condition. Even I have made j plus plus, I have not changed the condition. It is still the same. This while condition and this while condition is always same. This do while and while there is no difference. That make it right. Let me run it now. Where do I have given a println? Yes. So let me remove this println. Let's only make it print so that it will be visible. It will be print vertically. It will be visible to us. See, first one printed, while loop printed 0 to 9, do while printed 0 to 9, and for loop printed 0 to 9. You can understand the condition. You can check the condition, how the condition is, and for what else it is printed for 0 to 9. You're getting me? Okay, now coming to for loop. There is a difference. The way of writing in for loop is different, right? So j equal to 0. So first part of the for loop is the initialization of the variable which you are going to use for looping. And the second part of the variable is always, the condition. And third part of the variable is increment. That is how it works. Even if you initialize here, it doesn't matter. You can initialize there also, right? Now, if you, let's say you remove this, it works. There is no issue because initialized is done outside, right? See, it works, right? So this is how the syntax of for loop. Now I want to change it here. I want to put one. So here the initialization and declaration I'm doing same time, right? And I'm checking the same variable. Here I'm incrementing the same variable here. Right? The reason behind 0 0 is I'm not printing I here, I'm printing J. You need to be very careful about that. So I started printing I here and see now the value will be same. This is what a simple, example showing you this condition, these looping statements. That is while, do while, and for loop, right? There is one more called a for each loop. Right? We will talk about that when we start talking about collections, array list, iterator. So let it be there, till that time. Because now if I want to talk about for each, I have to create an array list or array and I have to show you. So I'm not going to talk about array. I only shown you one array there. So let's not talk about for each now here. We will talk it in the next. Right? Coming back to main class. Here, I have shown you something called hashcode method, right? And the identity hashcode. You know now identity hashcode what it is giving, and you know what is hashcode is giving, right? Just I'll go to the hashcode method and show you the contract. After that, we will end today's session. Otherwise, it will go beyond 1 hour, and it will be very, watching movies or series is beyond 1 hour is entertainment. But sometimes the people those are really crazy, they can sit for hours and see programming language. But nowadays, the there are students or learners, those who don't want to listen someone needs so much of thing for so long hour. They just want shortcut, quickly tell me something, everything. But quickly, everything is not happened, right? We need to know the concept. So going to the concept is little slow. So let's discuss about this hashcode first, and then we'll discuss about the equals method, what they are saying, and then we will go to the other. Right? So this is I am in string class. I'm here in the string class, right? See, I'm here in the string class. So let me open the object class, right? Control Shift. What happened to my object? Let me open this class. Huh? Yes. So this class has three methods. If you see here, this object class has hashcode method, equals method, two string methods, which we will discuss in this today's session and going session. So people need to implement this hashcode equals and two string method whenever it is required. Sorry, why we need to implement? That also will come into picture. After this, I will start the collection. So you will see the importance of hashcode and equals method in collection, right? So let's go to the first hashcode and let's understand what this method is, and then let's understand what let's understand what this method is, and then what is the benefit of this method. Let's understand, and then we will go to hashcode method, right? Yeah. See, this is what they've written in hashcode. You people also can read it, right? But I will just read and explain it. Yes. So it starts from here. Return a hashcode value for the subject. This method is supported for the benefit of hash table such as those provided by Java util hash method. You will read the collection. You will understand what is the advantage of this hashcode and equals method in collection. It is very important for collection, right? Then this general contract need to be remembered while implementing the hashcode. So whenever it is, people has done the research paper and thesis paper on this hashcode method. Hashing technology, basically, you can say. Whenever it is invoked on the same object more than once during an objection of Java application, during an execution of Java application, the code or hashcode method must consistently return the same integer, provided no information used in code equals comparison on the object is modified. The integer did not remain consistent from one execution of an application to another execution of the same application. If two objects are equal according to the method, then calling the method on each of the two objects must produce the same integer result. Right? This is very important and you should understand this. See, whenever it is invoked on the same object more than once during an execution of Java application, you invoke this hashcode for same object more than once. Right? So what happened? Constantly return the same. It should return the same integer again and again without any change. It should maintain the consistency. That's what we have seen now, right? For Satya, wherever Satya is there, whenever any string object you call Satya, the hashcode value will be always same, right? This is what we have seen. So if I see whatever string I have given for the name CC, if I add that same string to all the string variables, it will give the same value in name A and name AB also, right? So that's how it is. In second part, it is saying two objects are equals according to the method equals. Then calling the method on each of the two objects must produce the same integer. That is why the string literals is always matching, right? If you see this string literal, this string literal, this, they're matching because it has a contract with equals method, right? If two objects are equals according to the method, then calling the method on each of the two objects must produce the same integer return. This point, remember, we will talk while talking the equals point method. Actually, what we should do, we should first talk about equals method, then hashcode, then other methods, right? But here, since I have shown you the hashcode, so I'm saying what is the agreement of hashcode. The first agreement is it should be always consistent. Whenever you call that Java application, whenever you execute that Java application, the hashcode method for that particular Java application or Java object, it should give consistently the same integer, right? This is the first contract. The same as second contract, if you apply equals method, right, on each of two object must produce the same integer result, right? Like this hashcode and this hashcode. If apply equals method, it will produce the same result. That is match, right? Then it's coming to it is not required that if two objects are unequal according to the method, then calling the method on each of them two objects must produce distinct integer. However, the programmer should be aware that producing distinct integer results for unequal objects may improve the performance of hashcode. So what it is saying, it is not required that if two objects are unequal according to the method, if two objects are unequal according to the method, that is equals method, then the calling method on each of the two objects, must produce the distinct integer result, right? So that is what saying. So here it said more the same integer and distinct result. That means whenever you apply equals on this hashcode of two objects, you should always get either true continuously. If you're getting true, you should get true always. If you're getting false, you should get always false. That is what it is trying to tell. Now let's go to the equal to contract, right? Equals contract. The implementation part I will show you in the coming session. Coming to equals method, what it is saying, see. An equivalence relation. An equals method, what it is saying. Indicate whether some object is equal to this or not, right? If I am checking one object with the other object, it is same or not, right? So see, the code equals method implements an equivalence relationship for no-null object reference. It is reflexive, it is symmetric, and what? It is saying first one, it should be reflexive. It should be symmetric. It should be transitive. It should be consistent. For any non-null reference value, should return false. Right? These are the agreements. So coming to this particular statement, a equivalence relationship partitions the elements it separates into equivalence classes. All number of an equivalence class are equal to each other. Members of equivalent classes are substitutable for each other, at least for some purpose. The method for class code object implements the most discriminating possible equivalence relation on objects. That is for any non-null reference values, and this method returns code true. If and only if @code hash and @code y refer to the same object, code x equal to y has true value. That is code true. In other words, under the reference equality equivalence relation, each equivalence class only has a single element, right? So this is what the contract it is saying, right? So for string class, you know what is symmetric, right? What is transitive and what is reflexive? You want to tell me? Let me tell you. See, for any non-null reference value, code x dot equals code x should return code true. That means if you take an object, do that object dot equals that same object, it should return true. For symmetric, x dot equals y, should return true if only if y dot equals s is true. That is called symmetric. X dot equals y dot equals x. Both are true. And coming to transitive, in case of transitive, you know what it is saying? X dot equals y is returning true. Y dot equals z is returning true. Then x dot equals z should return true. That is called transitive. All these logics we have read in mathematics, right? Maybe in high school or maybe intermediate or maybe in other places people have read this. That is how it is. And the last point, consistent. It should maintain the consistent throughout the operation or throughout the Java execution. This is what your equals method. Reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and consistent, right? It should maintain consistent. And for any non-null reference value at the code x dot equals null. If writing x dot equals null, it should return false. These are the conditions, right? So this is how conditions of equals method and hashcode method. I already, mm, sometime back, maybe in last year or last year, I explained a person about this. So I already have some. I might be having this some piece of code for equals method and hashcode method here. Uh, yeah, it might be here somewhere. Uh, no worries, I will write taken it for you and explain for you. In case of string or somewhere I might have explained it. So the class package is something different. I'm not able to find it. Fine. Anyway, I will write a new one, right? I will write a new one and I will explain you. Let's end our session here. If you have any queries, if you have anything, we can discuss. In coming, you can put this on the comment section or mail me or put on my LinkedIn message, and we can discuss always. If you want any live session, any guidance related to any logic in Java, kindly mail me, message me, or comment me. I will arrange the live session for you. Thank you, everyone.